Howdy, Banger Pals. Blayne Smith welcoming you to another Overkill Reviews, Banger's weekly metal review show. And once again, we're not talking about black metal or death metal. Can you believe it?
Put you down and pray for the tears in your eyes. Watch you fly, butterfly. I'm tearing off your wings. Butterfly, you die with me. So
Today we were talking about the new Unto Others album called Neverland. It's coming out September 20th, which is this Friday on Century Media Records. Formed in 2017 in Portland, Oregon, their two albums, Mana and Strength, are some of the best modern gothic rock we have. These guys are the complete package. What can't they do? Name a band very well. They were originally called Idle Hands, which isn't great, but then they got a cease and desist, and now they're called Unto Others, which is really whack. Regardless, I loved their first record. Then they blew up and released a record with even heavier material. That's not the way things normally go. So are they just a full-on death metal band now? Are we talking about death metal? Let's find out. So the band, yes, I am going to avoid saying Unto Others as much as possible, basically has an infinite lives cheat code to keep them from ever releasing something truly bad. Gabriel Franco's voice is just magical, and as long as he's going like this, the music can only be so bad. He perfectly nails the part of a gothic rock, gothic heavy metal frontman, and he also looks the part too, which don't hurt. While it's not as immediately obvious, it doesn't take long to clue into the fact that all the guys are pretty special. Their history in more heavy and speed metal geared bands allows them to bring fun and energy whenever they want. Sebastian and Gabriel's guitars truly give you that uplifting feeling in your chest, and Colin's drums are still much more active and complicated than you normally get in this style. Also, man, the deluxe edition comes with a bonus cover of Pet Sematary that was not included with the promo I got, but I love that song, and I can't wait to hear it because I feel like they're just going to knock it out of the park. It's such a perfect fit. It'll probably be my favorite, well, second favorite cover of the year. Nothing's going to top Hair of the Dog by 6 Feet Under, of course. Unfortunately, there's a specter hanging over the whole album, and because it's metal, I need to qualify. It's not a cool specter. It's not like Slimer or that ghost that gives Dan Aykroyd a sloppy blood. The record is bringing back a lot of things from the 2000s, and I don't want that. Maybe it's a generational thing, as I'm about a decade older than the one member whose age is on Metallum, but no, I do not want to do this shit again. Once was enough. You got me like Kamala Harris here.
We are not going back.
It ranges from minor irritation in that the opener is called Butterfly. Sorry, but that's taken by a song already, and the song is both an earworm and awful. I get it's just a word and butterfly isn't owned by anyone, but if you hear Butterfly and you're my age, you just start singing Crazy Town, no matter how much you hate the song, and I know I'm not alone in that. Butterfly, for a song title, is retired the way they do Players jersey numbers hanging in the rafters. What are you gonna call a song Thriller next? It's also a single. It's the lead. It's number one on the album. What the hell? Then there's medium disgust in Sunshine. When I told a friend I was reviewing this, they were like, how's that Blink 182 song? And I was like, huh? I guess there's a review that says Gabriel sounds like Tom DeLonge on Sunshine, which A, he doesn't, B, that's not a good thing, and C, shame on you for not making a joke then about Tom DeLonge's cameo in Idle Hands. It's right there.
Break time. All right. Yeah.
Let me make this clear. Sunshine does not sound like a Blink 182 song. It's worse than that. Sunshine sounds like an All-American Rejects song, and not even a fun one. An All-American Rejects slow jam? Get out of here. But the biggest sin for me is Mama Likes the Door Closed, which is, I guess, a comedy track. It's a song where Kid with an Iron Maiden poster on his wall finds out his mom worships the devil. This is the kind of humor non-metal bands make when they get cheeky and do a little metal. This could easily be on a Sum 41 album and no one would bat an eye. You're a metal band. You should have a twist or something here. This has been done to death. You're better than this. What truly crosses the line, though, is the fucking skit in the middle, complete with like a ska bass line and bong tokes. Blah, it makes my skin crawl.
What, dude? It's ridiculous. Your mom is not a servant of the devil. Just give me a sec. Go check it out. It'll be fine, dude. Trust me. What?
Thankfully, there are still tracks where they haven't yeeted their identity out the airlock, which makes me very happy. This is a band I have a lot of affection for. I go, oh, Jackie, like once a week. For context, my wife's name is Jackie, and they have a song on their first record called Jackie, not just to blindside you with that. There's still stuff that screams Idle Hands on here, and I'm not being a dick. I mean, it screams Idle Hands, and it sounds like when they were called Idle Hands. Okay, I'm being a bit of a dick. I don't like the name Unto Others. Suicide Today has a really great line in it. Don't kill yourself today. You can do it tomorrow. It's a song about not killing yourself, but it's presented in a way that's tongue in cheek, and it makes it more effective than just some like sappy drivel slid across the desk. I really like it. It works really well. And they don't have to just sound like themselves. It's not that there's no quality innovation here. On Flatline, they channel like a really heavy post-punk band, which is unsurprisingly a great fit for them. It reminds me of some Homefront tracks, the Canadian post-punk band I've talked about on here a couple times. Much better than All American Rejects, that's for sure. I need to be more positive. I understand they're continuing to try and push themselves, and this is probably the most successful experiment with their sound. I still want them to just be them, though. I feel like they have such a strong identity, and it still comes through on tracks like Raigeki. Uh-oh, Blayne's getting philosophical time. Warning, warning. So there are two ways to look at reviewing art. One is that I am an objective observer critiquing something without personal bias. This is what a lot of people think reviews are or reviews should be, but that is impossible. This isn't physics. There are no objective right and wrong answers. I can't prove an album is 4 out of 5 in a lab and have repeatable results. Listening to music is a subjective experience. You experience art with your emotions. The way I believe reviews work is I present you with these subjective opinions based on my influences, taste, and experience, and you look for a reviewer that you can relate to based on these subjective things. That way you have an idea whether you will also like or dislike something. There are a million people reviewing everything under the sun, so you can absolutely find one that you mostly agree with, form a little personal connection, and that's the value that reviews have. Though mine, admittedly, have a couple more value adds. I know some of you do not care about this record, and you're just here for dumb jokes and random clips. I got one more of those for you later. And because I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/metalcomedy, every Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, I research Metal Monthly. You can hear every metal album coming out 1 month in the future and help decide what's going in Metal Monthly. It's a fun time. And yes, because I am on the internet on a camera, I am aware that some of you are just here because you're a pervert. So I'll give you this. Come, my lady, come. And then everyone leaves with a little something. Isn't that nice? Why am I bringing this up, though? Well, outside of Mama Likes the Door Closed, which I think is really cringe, the comedy doesn't land for me, therefore the song falls apart. I can't listen to the riffs and be like, well, I like the riffs. It doesn't matter that the jokes are terrible. I can't separate those two parts of my mind. I can't sever myself. So outside of that song, everything is well executed, even if it's not to my taste. So, do I give points for execution? I don't think I should, especially because the polish that's coming with this execution seems to have removed some of the band's character. They've painted over a nice wood grain in obvious ways, like imitating a bad pop punk band. We have enough of those guys. We don't have enough of your band. Your band is awesome. But it also seems to have blanded out the lyrics a bit. Gone are the days of space travel and crying dragons. Things are much more grounded. They're about love and relationships. Blah. And again, we already have bands singing "You're My Butterfly, Sugar Baby." We don't need more of those. I know what you have enough of, and that's meal kit subscription ads in the middle of your YouTube videos. We don't have those. Huzzah. It's because we have a Patreon campaign. You toss us a couple bucks. We don't need to put a weird sponsor spot here. And if you don't have a couple bucks to spare, that's totally cool. Just subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, and thanks. We appreciate it. I don't know, man. It just feels a little sellout-y to me. I hate to be the guy that says someone's selling out, but there's songs to go with onto other stuff I love, but the misses for me miss so hard that I will never listen to this album again. I really believe this band could be big without doing this, so I'm sad. If you're still on board, I get it. You're within your rights, because I can see how this could be a really good album for you. Like, it's a quality product they've made here, and I understand other people's opinions on it. The only thing I don't understand is how someone's saying Tom DeLonge imitation is a good thing. I'm going to need your badge and gun.
Your badge and your gun. I'll take that.
I want your badge and your gun.
Badge and gun.
Gun and your badge.
The badge and the gun, now.
Your badge is on the line.
I'll take your badge and I'll take your gun.
Afraid I'll have to have your shield and your weapon.
So, how do I score it? Well, I'm going to balance my unbearable first album is best hipsterdom to acknowledge they still make great songs. They've made great songs here, but this is the first time they have not made a great album. So, I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 skulls with a single tear rolling down the face. But before you go, I got a couple more albums for you. And hey, if you're in the same camp as me and you're a little sad about this record, I have the cure. Demon Head Through Hole Shines the Stars on Svart Records, also coming out September 20th, is the Unto Others sound you miss. And if you do like this record, then there's just another great record to go with it. And if me saying heavy/speed metal made you hungry for heavy/speed metal, next week, next Friday, Mechanic Tyrants are releasing Saint Damon Riots on Jawbreaker Records, and that's another fantastic album. So there's 2 albums for you. What did you think of Unto Others? Are you still on board? Are you a new fan? Are you an old fan? How does this stack up to their old stuff for you? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks. I appreciate you. See you on the next one, gang.